What you're going to do,
Yep.
and then I'll light the puffer.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do an emergency hive split. This morning we inspected the hive and we found masses of queen cells that weren't there last weekend when we inspected it. And yeah, so that means that the colony, they've decided that they're going to swarm. They're preparing to swarm. As soon as one of those queen cells hatches, the old queen is going to fly away with half of the workforce, severely depleting the colony, and we might lose her. She might go and sit in somebody else's garden. And anyway, the beekeeper has got to try and prevent swarming. So that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to split the hive. Now, normally, the first step is to find your queen. Now, I haven't seen the queen in that hive for months, if ever, actually, because I never marked her. So she's really hard to find. I don't think I'm going to be able to find her. So, in a moment of panic, right, we'll just for a moment in a moment of panic, I phoned my brother John to ask his advice, because he's one of the country's most top beekeepers. He knows everything. He's been doing it for about 70 odd years. Anyway, so I phoned him to ask him, and he said, oh, well, you've got to split the hive anyway. Even if you can't find the queen, you've got to split the hive. And what you've got to do is just make sure that there's at least one viable queen cell in each of the hives. Destroy the rest of them. So in one of the hives, we probably won't know which, there's going to be the old queen plus a new queen cell which is about to hatch. When it hatches, then there's going to be drama in that hive. There's going to be fight to the death. So I think the old queen will probably kill the new queen. Unless she's past it and the new queen kills her, in which case, fair play to them, I would say. Anyway, okay, so here goes, right. Who's just about to light the puffer. While he's doing that, I'm going to show you, we've set up a new hive here. So what we've done is we've put in, so far we've put in 5 frames. 1 or 2 of them are just foundation. The rest are drawn out comb left over from empty comb, but it's been left over from last year. So it's all okay. It looks a bit old and scabby, but it's going to be okay. So this is the new hive waiting for its new occupants. He's puffing away, right. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the old hive. We've already inspected it today. I don't want to disrupt them too much, so I'm not too happy about going through the whole thing again and trying to find the queen, and then failing probably anyway.
We know where the cells are because we marked them.
That's right. We marked the frames which have got the queen cells on them, so that we know to go to them and choose one that we think looks the healthiest and destroy the rest of them. And actually, we must remember to leave one in that original hive. So I don't know if we're doing this totally according to the book, but
We're off. Right.
Trial and error. We're off. Right. Okay, let's do it. Here goes. Now, if I had my selfie stick, I could prop it up somewhere. Right. Okay. Right. I'm coming over there.
You got your tool?
No, it'll be over there, I think. I think I left it on the side of the hive this morning.
You did.
Okay, let's go. That's very smoky and wonderful. Yep, that's the thing. Oh, I've not put my gloves on yet. Okay, so here goes. I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to put that like that. That's not showing anything, is it? I'm going to put it on mode. Right, there's Mr. Moore. Yeah. Right, here I am putting on my gloves. Useful trick for beginner beekeepers. Hold on to your sleeve while you're putting your glove on so the sleeve goes inside the glove. Or whatever you
Put the
call
right
it.
glove on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, if by any chance we actually find the Queen today, which might happen, and I'd be very excited if we do, and we're going to catch her, put her in a wee tiny wee queen cage thing, and we're going to mark her back with a big white blob so that we can always find it in future. That's very good.
It'll be much worse if it was down here.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I thought. You're always very, very considerate and practical. Yeah. Now, this morning I got stung on the cheek by a bee. Right, okay, here we go. Get my hive tool. See, that's the wee queen cage.
Yeah.
But what's happened to the rest of it? Have we lost a bit of it?
I don't think so.
Okay, or maybe not. Right, okay, here we go.
Do we take the whole 2 bits off, or just the top bit and then the next bit?
Well, we'll take the honey super off. Because...
Yeah, but I mean, you need to separate the lid from that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we're taking the lid off. Be careful, there's lots of bees on it, or 4 bees on it. Right, we're going to lay that down like so. And you've puffed these fellows and you've all gone back in.
Yep,
Right,
so I've
okay.
indeed.
Right, now get ready to give it a wee puff under here as I lift it up.
You manage that? Is that a light one?
Yep.
Right.
It's light, it's not got no honey and hardly any honey in it. Right. Now.
Are we taking one of these?
What?
Are we taking anything out of this one for the new hive?
I think probably yes. Well, we'll see how if we can find one that's got masses of food in it. Oh, good. In you go, these things. Scan that. Oh, there's the gummy boat that I left out this morning. So scan that direction. Right. Ooh. No! Okay, right, I'm just gonna pick out 1 or 2 of these and see if we can find a really
Well, there's our egg ones.
oh, the egg ones, right, we'll take out an egg one. Egg, what do you mean an egg one? I mean a swarm's queen cell.
Yeah.
Right, how many?
One, that big huge one, and on the back, 3, I think. No, is that just one? And there are different cells on the back.
1 and a couple of queen cups.
So that's
They're
one.
just all queen cups, really.
There's a grub in that, or something in the bottom of that. No, it's not. It's just nectar, isn't it?
Okay. So I suppose what
Yeah.
we're going to have to
Well, that
do
would be
is-
your one.
Well, it's got a... I can't really see if there's something inside that one. The long one, can you see?
Oh, it looks like there's something in
Well,
it.
if we're not sure, then I think what we should do is we should just destroy it.
Right, okay.
Take it out.
Oh, I definitely did have one. I can see it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there are at least 10 of them, so I think we should not be too precious about
Back it
destroying
over your tool.
the odd one. Okay.
Yeah. So we definitely did have one
Queen royal jelly.
there. Right, so what we're doing with that tree, is that going back in?
Well, yeah, I'm just looking just to see if
Lots of
there's
brood
a
cells there,
queen
eh?
on it. So this one, so that's the queen cell off that one, and let's just have a look at these ones there. I think they're all queen cups, and they don't seem to have anything inside them. although that one looks as though it might possibly, so this one might be beginning. No, no. See, there's no harm in just opening these up just to make sure that they're okay. Just to make sure that this, when we put this back in, it won't.
I don't see any in any of those.
Right,
Right, I think that's probably safe
that
to.
one's safe. So now, how can we remove this? The
Yeah?
X marks the spot off of it.
We don't have to today. But when we're finished, we could just put a no around it.
It's so practical. I think you're a natural born beekeeper. Right, what can we do with this one underneath it? It doesn't appear
Put
to
it in
have
the new hive.
well, yeah, okay. It's not a great one because it's not got that much on it really.
Got a fair bit of honey on it.
Okay. Right, we'll put it in. Let's do it.
Right, this is not.
Right, make sure we don't trip up and
Well,
cause terrible destructions in any of the drive to the hospital.
right, what we need to do is to move this empty bottle of syrup.
Right, you go in there.
Put a new one up the side one. Doesn't matter.
We'll maybe do it, but in
Chase
the
it out
meantime
with
we'll just get on with it. Right, okay, we're going to look for another. We want to find a couple of ones that are really, remember we found some ones that were absolutely covered in lead cells.
Yeah.
Lead cells.
You want to put one of them in it.
This one has got loads of nectar. That's got lots of nectar. Well, that's got loads of nectar. Yeah.
Right, that's
Okay.
transport.
Transport.
I should remove that stool from behind you because it's in your way.
Right,
Throw that brick on the floor. I'll get it.
okay. Right, so that's two we've taken out of there.
Right, do you want to check that other X
I'm
one?
just wondering, are there any other? No. Whoa. Whoa. See, it's the one, it was the bottom brood box, wasn't it, that had the masses and masses of
I'm not sure.
things on it. Yeah. Oh,
There's a big one there.
Whoa, oh, that's a closed one.
So make that your queen cell one. There's another one on the back, that one. Two on the back.
Ooh.
So which is the most advanced?
Well,
Have those ones been used? That's got a grub, I could see it. Right. So that looks like a viable one. That's got a grub.
sorry. This one will take it out, shall we?
Right.
Whoa.
So we've got that one on the back.
Right, so there's one on this one, isn't
Right.
there? There's one that's about to...
Okay, well we'll go for that one.
Well, did we not already put one in there?
No.
No?
No.
I can't remember. Okay, we'll go for this one. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
He's from there.
Yeah, lots of the bees here will be nursery. Will be looking after them there to look after the bees. Right, so that's that.
So,
So how many have you put in there?
3.
3. So we should get another one.
Some clean ones, empty ones in between. sort of.
See, these bees, they're quite dark. They are originally came from my father who breeds Scottish native honeybees, which were honeybees, but
Yeah.
they're black bees, the Scottish native ones were, we think, are well suited to this climate and this environment. So mine is a lot darker than many of the honeybees here, and here are more sort of light ginger, a bit more blonde. And so a lot of them come from South England, where they were originally bred. Buckfast bees were bred in Buckfast Abbey, and they're supposedly the more good-natured than the feisty Scottish black bee. So
Right, are we closing that box now?
so wait a minute.
We've got to take some out the bottom one and kill a couple.
We have, yes. We have. So we're going to take another couple out the bottom box, put them in there, and leave that one open for a wee bit. Right, bring the puffer over with you. Right, I've been chatting away here, and oh, there's a bee sitting on my phone. Whoa. There. So there's another use for the hive tool. You can manipulate your mobile phone with the hive tool instead of a finger when you're wearing your big fat bee gloves. Right, so now we've got to put some of the empty combs, wherever they are, into this one. Okay. I think we're quite busy. I think we're in a bag somewhere over there. We're quite busy just now, so I think I'm going to stop filming just now. Should I? Or should I just... I should stand it up somewhere and... Thank you. Wait a minute, I don't know what... I'm just going to stop this, I think, because
Let's just do the business and
let's
not
just
bother about